It's the show that sucks with your hosts Harrison and Honzo Gonzo.
See what kind of paperwork has to be
talk
done.
to Art if you want to get that done.
Yeah, if you need to contact Spooky, you need to talk to Arturo. He's his secretary, so.
Oh, wow.
This is for everyone. If you want to contact Spooky at NYC Furby, just ask him the question and he'll relay it for you. He's very good at that.
Oh, Arturo's the Girl Friday in that business?
Yeah.
Oh, that's interesting.
With special guests from around the fighting game community.
Is he going to answer? Yeah, no?
Honzo?
Oh, hey. From the dead. Oh, are you crying? What happened?
I forgot it was Tuesday. And my phone's charging. And
You are a terrible bison. How do you forget it's Tuesday?
The worst part is you retweeted the tweet that said it was tonight. You retweeted it.
Now for your hosts, Harrison and Honzo Gonzo.
What's up, everybody? It's number 67. We have a very special guest. Get the shit. Wow, just popping the cork. Honzo, becoming the alcoholic of the show that sucks. We have a very special guest, Hoodaman, on the show. He's been tearing it up lately, so we decided to have him on. I believe this is his third time on the show. It's been a really long time, though. I believe a couple months since the last time you've been on the show. How's it been?
Yeah, been cool, man. Thanks for having me on.
Yes. Man, who's the left person on your shirt? I can't figure it out. I've been trying to figure out who...
Oh, you're wearing that Marvel shirt?
Yeah, wearing a Marvel shirt. Wait, the
Who's
left?
It looks
right
like
here?
Iceman.
Yeah. Is that
Yeah,
Iceman?
I think it's Iceman. Yeah.
Okay. I've been trying to figure out this entire time. Do I need to
People always trip about that one. Actually, when I like roll out to something, they're just like, "Who is that?"
No.
Yeah, I think it's Iceman.
Yeah, it should be Iceman or Silver Surfer, but he's on the X-Men, so it's Iceman.
Right.
Yeah. Anyways, I don't know why I asked that, but it's cool shit.
For sure.
So, how's you guys' weekend? There's a bunch of tournaments in NorCal.
Oh my god,
Yeah.
man! I'm still.
Hella tournaments.
Dude, I didn't sleep last night, so I'm still in a wave of I have no idea what the fuck's going on, and I have 15 hours of footage to edit still, so I have
there's
still have a
actually
long way to go.
There was actually 6 tournaments this last weekend.
Jeez,
In
nice.
NorCal, yeah.
Yeah, in NorCal. If you count them all, I don't even think people realize that because there's like 2 on the same day, or twice. There's 2 on the same day twice, and then the whole weekend, Friday through Monday.
Yeah. So you guys want to start with Friday?
I think we should start with Winter Brawl.
Oh yeah,
just to get that out of the way.
I actually watched a lot of it actually because I had some time off.
I think it was, Dominion kind of bodied everybody, I felt like. Smug put up a really good fight, but Dominion just figured something out, and it was download complete, I felt like.
Isn't that how it is on the East Coast a lot of times? It's like Dominion is just such a solid player. He just kind of stand fierces his way through fucking everyone.
I think so. What do you think, man? Do you think Dominion is fucking just immortal
Disgusting.
right now? Yeah.
I actually didn't get a chance to watch Winter Brawl, but like I just saw Kelvin in team tournaments because I saw the Facebook updates about it, so I just like checked him out. He was tearing it up, but I just heard that Dominion killed it, so I got to go back and watch it.
Yeah, Kelvin put up a really great showing. The resident Makoto.
Except it got double perked by Dudley.
I mean, who doesn't?
Somebody made a gif of it too.
Oh, is it a GIF?
Yeah.
I just want to post it on it. I want to tweet it to him.
It's on Reddit or something. But
I don't go there.
Grand Finals was... Man, Dominion was just playing so ridiculously good. You can just tell he's been traveling a lot.
He's been traveling, and I mean, I think he's getting real serious about the tournament season coming up because I feel like with the ESGN shit and all that stuff, I think this tournament season is going to be a big one for any of the esport athletes in the community.
Yeah, we need to see Dominion at ESGN. In my
Yeah,
opinion.
I don't know why he's not there, to be honest.
I don't know why K-Brad's there and not. Maybe it's just conflict schedules and stuff.
Well, maybe they
couldn't
just
do it.
they just love camis.
I know.
Fucking cami.
I think 1 cami per special event is enough for me.
I think no camis per special event is a great. I think more people would have a lot more fun.
Have you watched any of that ESGN Hoodaman?
Yeah, I actually really liked it. I just watched the last season, I guess. It was like Cien and Tokido, Infiltration, and Aliyun. It was really, really entertaining, actually. Actually met that guy what's his name?
Not
Guy was
Tasteless, is he?
commentating. Tasteless.
Yeah.
Tasteless. Yeah. I met him in Korea, like really randomly at Cafe Id one day. He just showed up and he just like said what's up, and we played some Street Fighter. And then everybody later told me he's like really big in esports, like StarCraft and stuff.
Yeah.
I talked about him to some folks at Dragon Lounge. Everybody knew who he was. So now I see him doing this. It's pretty good. I think he's doing a pretty good job too.
Yeah. Did you body him?
I mean, yeah, he just I don't think he plays
Just say
much Street Fighter. Like,
Say it. Just say it. You fucking blew him up. Whatever. I'm sure you did. Yeah. Yeah, I know they all go to Cafe ID, Cafe Id, I'm sorry. After like StarCraft tournaments and stuff, because I know him and Artosis both play Street Fighter. I mean, albeit at maybe an amateur level, but they still do play. They try and play at arcades, so you know that's always respectable. You know, better than the WCG guys, I guess.
I'm just glad that Mike Ross isn't playing this season, and so he can commentate and not Tasteless. And honestly, Tasteless is doing a better job of. I think they're just doing a better job in general of getting the opinions of people that are not playing currently.
Yeah,
And
that was
my. Yeah, in the first season they just didn't do that. You felt like the players in the back were just kind of there for no reason until they came up. But now they're asking them questions and stuff like that, which is really cool. And they got rid of the orange desk that made them look like carrots. So I think that's a win-win for them right now.
Yeah, I think they'll have a bright future. You know, maybe they need some more legit Honda players. Hoodaman?
I think so. They need a legit one.
actually, I thought Mike Ross did pretty well. They had him up against CN, I think.
Yeah, and they got blown up.
He got. I mean, it wasn't that bad. I think it was like 7-4, right?
Was
Like
it?
something like that. Yeah, it was 7-4. He actually did really well. I think it's actually a pretty even fight. So it was good that they got paired up. But yeah, CN had some mix-ups that he didn't know about, I think.
That's like every ZN matchup. It's like, oh yeah, now you just pulled out 15 new mix-ups. It's like,
Basically, yeah. That's like what makes Gen so good. You know, if you knew all of his setups, he'd be like, I don't know, mid or B tier or something like that. If you don't know him, he's like S tier.
It's like it was the same thing with Ibuki too.
Yeah, for sure.
Just knowing, 2 or 3 things about Ibuki can like save a match for you for sure.
Yeah, that's real talk.
Well, I believe that was the first episode of season 2, right? That happened today.
I believe. No, second.
Second? Okay.
Yeah.
So there'll be more of those, but I guess I don't want to talk about all of the tournament. What? Sorry.
I want to talk about Winter Brawl Marvel.
Oh, okay, go for it.
It was great to watch because everyone on the East Coast sucks, and I really enjoy watching them suck it up constantly, and talk hella shit. It's great. That's it.
I don't know. I haven't really watched
They all
East Coast
suck.
Marvel in forever. Yeah.
They all suck now, and like I'm terrible too. Don't get me wrong, but I'm just saying, I don't know what happened. Like East Coast used to be so good. They used to be probably the best, and now I don't know what happened. I think they kind of got lackadaisical with their progress, and I think SoCal is like taking their spot as the kings.
They've been doing really well lately, I feel like.
Yeah, and I'm a big NorCal man.
Yeah, their strong players, I feel like their mid-range players are still kind of just mid-range, but their top players have leveled up.
Yeah.
Like Clockwork is leveled up, Paradigm is definitely leveled up.
East Coast always had a problem with having bad, like I don't know, probably not in Street Fighter, but like they always had a bad low tiers players and bad mid tier, but their like top tiers were like really good. So all the pot monsters just sucked really badly.
Yeah.
But now it's like kind of it's getting up there. But I don't know. I'm just talking shit. I like all of them. So we'll see how they do at SCR coming up. That's a big tournament coming up. I know our Hoodaman's gonna be there. He has Gamer B in his bracket.
Yep, my bracket's actually looking kind of tough, and it's early in the morning, so it's like getting that sleep, getting that warm up at like 8 a.m. Like try to make that happen. We'll see.
Yeah. How are you actually practicing with like morning? Like you waking up and like you go outside, get really cold, and go in and play?
Yeah, I told myself I was gonna try to do that. like at least once this week, and then like I set my alarm because I like work late at night, so I did it once this week, and I got up, and then I just went back to bed. I just did it. I just didn't follow through. So
Yeah, I would
it,
totally do the
it's
same.
dude, it sucks. Like I really, that's like what really big weakness of mine is actually playing in the daytime. I'm not a daytime gamer. Like I just want to do other things. Like nighttime, it's all good.
I don't think anybody NorCal really is.
No, there's people that love playing in the daytime. I've talked to people about this, and some people are just like, no, I can't play at night. Like I just get tired. Like I need that morning rush. And I'm not like that at all.
I really don't mind when I play.
Mm.
I'm probably because I've had morning pools where it was like you had to be there at 8 a.m. and I didn't mind it at all, and I knew other people totally did. And I'm not even a morning person. Like I wake up fucking like 11 if I can. But,
Yeah.
But I don't know. It's different for everyone because some people cannot play with cold hands. I think you're probably the same. Like,
Yeah, I
if
definitely like
they're
to.
cold. They just like tense up, and I don't care.
Yeah. I don't know. You need to do 100 hand slaps with Honda, so it's like
That's true.
you need dexterity, you know. So
Yep.
Cool.
Anyone else? You're playing Killer Instinct too, aren't you?
yeah, Enter Killer Instinct. Yeah, I got a tough pool in that too. Like I got Justin Wong in my pool. This Jago player from NorCal is Flexi. He's pretty good. Then Michelangelo from NorCal, and I think some Wednesday night fights, or not Wednesday night fights. I guess the run back, is that where they have Killer Instincts?
Run back, yeah, because they
there's
always
some-
delay it. From
Yeah. There's some run back guys in my pool too that are hella good, so it's gonna be tough. It's all on the same day. It's all on Saturday.
Yeah, I can. Justin Wong's like the best at Killer Instinct. I know he doesn't really. I don't know if he plays it a lot, but like I remember he's won like every tournament, every major he's entered. I think. I'm not sure.
Except I think, did I see the Winter Brawl? Was it Rico Suave won Winter Brawl? I think.
He might have. I don't know.
Yeah,
I don't
he
follow the
beat
game.
him. Yeah, I know. I think he won with Thunder. A lot of people are saying Rico's the best KI player right now in the States.
Okay.
Yeah, so yeah, it'd be cool. I mean, I play Saberwolf, and so does Wong. So if I got to play him either way, like I want to like share tech, you know, and, like see what's up with it.
Yeah. Justin will definitely share tech with you. He always gives advice after you play. Maybe not before, but after, definitely.
Word, yeah.
But yeah, that's cool. Is your KI pool in the morning too? I'm just curious.
It's actually the same day as my Street Fighter pool. It's not. It's like at 4 p.m. is the last pool.
Oh,
So
that's
I got
good.
I got 10 a.m. Street Fighter, and then I don't know, 4 hours of whatever, and then KI at 4.
I think you just gotta make sure to stay focused for that
Yeah.
4 hours or whatever, because that's hard.
That's the hardest part. Yeah.
It
It's like-
is. I mean, it's actually really hard for me to play KI after Street Fighter because I think it's because of my characters. Like I play E Honda, and he's like, I don't know, he's like keep you away and like slow down the match kind of kind of character. And then Saberwolf is the exact opposite. He just like gets in and mixes you up all day. So it takes a while to get used to that transition. So I'm gonna try to get some warm ups in if I can.
Yeah. I'm bad with transitioning from games too, because I remember playing Persona in tournament after Marvel, and I was just like, I don't know what I'm doing. Like I was just sucking it up really badly.
Mm-hmm.
It's really hard going from game to game. I don't know how a lot of people do it. I always respect that in players.
It's hard to do it on Marvel too. Marvel and Street Fighter. It's like such crazy games. I feel like. I don't know.
Yeah. But yeah,
But I was just gonna say we had a billion tournaments. I'm not gonna talk about all of them, but I think it's a good thing to bring up. Do you think that NorCal is ready for SCR? We just had 6 tournaments this week. You know, people. I feel like I know I saw a handful of people that definitely went to at least 3 tournaments this weekend
Mm-hmm.
and are going to SCR. So do you think NorCal is gonna do well?
I don't know how SoCal is right now. So like it's basically a comparison, right? So it's a comparison of different regions. I think NorCal is the best they've been in a while, and I really like that. Like everybody's hungry right now, and everybody's going to all these tournaments and sessions. So in that way, I think NorCal is the best they've been compared to themselves. You know.
Okay.
But I haven't been following SoCal or anybody else that's coming. We got the internationals coming. That's gonna be crazy. So, but yeah, I think
yeah.
they're really hungry. I really like the everybody's attitude right now in NorCal.
Have you played in the internationals coming besides like I guess Infiltration,
Uh,
like Michael Tan or WoW?
Actually, yeah, I got a really cool story about WoW. It was really interesting because last time I was overseas, I hit up Osaka in Japan for like 10 days, and I hit up a guy I met at Evo that was from Japan. He was like a something like number 4 ranked Able player named Shinba. And I played him in a room in Evo, and he actually through Twitter told me about this like Cuddy arcade outside of Osaka. It was like in the village, like 40 minutes out by train. He said, "Oh, if you go there, sometimes you see like these crazy players that are from that area." So I had nothing to do on a Saturday. I just like went over. I made the trek. I found the place. It was in the cuts. Like it was literally nothing there. Like super quiet village town in Japan. And I found the place and went downstairs. Super like smoky arcade. All the machines were old. You know, like they had no Vulix. Like it was like the old candy cabs, like really cheap, like 50 yen per play, like 50 cents, whatever. Um, and I just sit down, and this dude just like sits down next to me. I don't know who he was. He swipes his card, and it's like, wow. I'm like, oh damn, all right. It's like 390,000 BP, and I'm like, oh damn, okay. And then I slid my card, and it actually says my handle on it too. And like we both looked at each other, and I was like, nice to meet you. And he's just like, oh, nice to meet you too. And he like shook my hand, and he's like, I watched you play Momochi. I was like, oh my gosh, you know.
Oh,
It was like a week after the Capcom Cup Korea thing, so they were all watching. It was pretty sick. And he said, excuse me, I have to practice for Topanga League because he was playing Bonchen that night in the Topanga League online thing.
Oh, so he's probably practicing against some Scott.
Basically, his buddy on the other side was just playing Sagat for him. I don't think that was the dude's main. I think his main was something else, but he was just like drilling him on the matchup, right?
Yeah.
So they're just grinding, and I'm just like playing this other dude, this evil Ryu dude on the other side, and just like watching over, and so we're just like watching each other play a little bit. And then he just says like, excuse me, and he just bounces, and I was like, all right, I don't know what's up. And then like on the other side, he plays me. He's like shows up on the other side of the cabinet. And I was like, oh damn, all right, I get to play him before he bounces. And he plays me like, I think we played 9 games. He beat me like 8-1. It was like it was crazy. Like he's super sick.
Did you play an Oni like that before? WoW? Like
I actually met I like there's like hella Onis in that area of Japan. Like at one point there was like 5 Onis in the arcade. Like every screen you looked at there was an Oni. And actually kind of became cool with one of the dudes. He speaks really good English. His name's like on Twitter his name's Gallagher, and on the rankings he goes by Shanson. He's like the number 4 or 5 ranked Oni. And he hooked me up when I was out there on my last night. He like called a bunch of the top players to come play me because they really don't play out there right now. It's kind of dead, to be honest. Aside from training for certain league events or whatever, they just don't really play that much. So they came out to play me. He told them to come out, and that was really really sick. Like that one night, like last night I was there.
That's pretty sick.
What do
Yeah, it was dope.
you say that you always tell me that matchup is really absolutely horrible
Yeah,
for
it's
Honda.
pretty bad. Yeah, it's bad,
Was there
man.
any Oni that you played before that, or you were like, you know what, maybe this matchup might be that bad, and then you played WoW and you're like, wow, this is absolutely horrible.
Wow.
I played well actually when I was in Korea I got to kick it with Infiltration a lot, and he was playing Oni at that time.
Oh, okay.
He was actually practicing to play Oni for Capcom Cup Korea. He wanted to like put on a show for people,
Okay.
and he did. He definitely did. So I was playing against his Oni, and that's when I was like, okay, this really sucks. Like, I mean, I know when I'm being outplayed, I can tell. You know, this was like, all right, this really sucks. And I asked him, I think I asked Infiltration what he thought, and he was just like, oh, bad, really bad. Like worse than 6-4 for sure. You know, we're going into like 6.5 or 7.3, something like that. But you know, you gotta know what you're doing. You gotta space everything out perfectly, and then you're good. So I had been practicing that, so I was ready for Oni. But WoW, he's like the originator of all those mix-ups. So he definitely did some stuff I never seen before. Aside from that, he's an incredible player too. So I'm really excited to see him at SCR. Just to be like, okay, you know, welcome to America, because he said welcome to Japan. So I want to return the favor, you know.
Oh, that's cool. That's pretty sick.
Yeah, for sure.
If you guys have any questions for the show, you guys can send them to @HarrisonSBA and @Honzo Gonzo. And if you have a question for @Hoodaman, you can add @Hoodaman101 to the question, and so we can get it to him. Besides WoW, there's I believe 4 internationals. Gamerby was kind of tearing it up at Winter Brawl.
He was.
Do you see him getting top 8 at SCR?
I think he has the most tournament experience out of the internationals outside of maybe Infiltration. Like I don't think Michael 10 or WoW. I don't think WoW has ever been to America. Actually, this is the first time in America. Michael 10, I think he was at Shadowloo Showdown one year. So I think those two are actually the least experienced tournament-wise. And I think playing side by side is going to be really weird for them. Like I think it's a different game playing side by side. Gamerby is used to that, so I mean I think he can always do well. Although I heard he lost at Winter Brawl to, I think it was I heard he lost to Rico Suave and somebody else.
Oh man, I can't remember who. Maybe somebody in chat will help us out. But yeah, I'm surprised I didn't see him in top 8. He was playing risky, I felt like. In some situations where it was kind of sketch that he was uppercutting and things like that. So I know you have him in your pool, so maybe you gotta watch out for stuff like that. Because I feel like he plays like me a little bit in the sense that he really tries to go for that knockdown, and just basically he feels like his mix-ups are strong enough where if he can get that knockdown, he can really win that round with that one knockdown.
I see. Yeah, I haven't. I gotta watch how he was playing. I don't know. He could be trying new things, you know. I'm seeing in the chat that.
Oh, K-Brad, that's right. K-Brad beat.
Oh, K-Brad beat him. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yo, Alex Vi is saying the stream station is gonna be head to head. That's crazy. I had no idea that they were gonna do that down there.
No button listening.
That's yo, big thumbs up for that. Yo, that's dope. Like, I can't wait. I can't wait for that.
No
Especially from one of the guys who invented that kind of tech. I feel like as Alex Valle, you know, for him to make it a head-to-head, that's saying something in my opinion.
I noticed that button smashing night, Hoodaman was sitting around 4 feet behind LPN and on the floor, and had a table between them. So
yeah,
you don't have to employ that tech.
The table would just happen to be there. I just wanted to try it out, for different reasons too. I wanted to see the stability of the ground. You know, it feels more like an arcade cabinet, and you can actually put more of your body into it and not worry about the stick moving out of your lap. That actually felt pretty good. And yeah, the whole button listening, mostly body movement. It's really hard for a charge character to feint that, because a charge character, when he makes his reversal or his movement, it's one move, right? You can't act like you're faking a DP with Honda. So, you know, it's a little harder. You know, you can't use those body gestures. What is he gonna do? He's either gonna headbutt or not. You know.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's the hard life of charge characters. You know, you can't fake them out.
I even saw Gamerby actually posted something on Twitter about that. How he's. I think it was after Capcom Cup in Asia. That one, I think he got kind of beat up, and he basically said, this side by side is a different game. He wasn't feeling it at all. He felt like his character suffered from that too.
From somebody sitting next to him?
Yeah, basically he said that Adon, and he said charge characters and Adon, and he listed some other characters kind of get beat up more through side by side play. I think it's because Adon has really good special move in the Jaguar kick.
Yeah, and if you can have just an added bonus trying to react to that, that's really going to hurt him.
Right, exactly. It's he kind of, if you can react to Adon, he's weaker. You know, if you can react to when he's going to Jaguar kick you. So, but a good Adon should be good at mixing up the timing to where you can't tell, right? But if you got the whole body movement thing going on, you can tell he has no health, man. You're going to blow him up. So.
Cool. I know you just got back from Korea. I don't know if just got back. You're probably back for a while.
Oh, it was 4 months, 5 months ago now.
Just got back from Korea.
To get you on the show.
Yeah, there's a Korean tournament being held by the Cafe ID owner, I believe.
Yes.
In I forget the place. It's the beach place. You were telling me about it.
Yeah, for sure. It's I think he just calls it like ID Global Tournament.
Okay.
And yeah, he wants me to go out there to help him and stuff, but I don't know if I can do it. I'm still trying to see what's up. But yeah, he's got a big prize pot. It's like 5,000 for a bunch of games. I think he got 10,000 for KOF, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, it's huge for KOF.
Yeah, and the big thing about what he's doing, he's really smart. The owner of Cafe is Kenzo Sang, and he's basically throwing this tournament in the island of the basically tropical island in Korea, which is called Jeju. And you don't need a visa to go to Jeju, right? That's why he did it. It's like basically out of the boundary for some reason. So he's got the Chinese and Taiwanese, Japanese. They can just come. They don't have to worry about getting visas. So that was just the big thing about choosing that location.
So confirmed Korean tournament at the beach.
Yeah, basically,
The
and it's legit
beach.
though. Folks are gonna get
That's
get paid. Like I don't know about all that other stuff, other one, but this is legit. The owner of Cafe It is like super legit guy. Like I stayed out there like 2 years ago. He let me stay in his apartment. Like he's super sick. Like definitely support that guy.
Yeah.
You know that should I bring it up? You know they stealth announced
Yeah, they
BXG
BXG
2014, right?
It was announced, and it's like pictures of like girls. It's like, ooh, look at this. We still haven't paid out. Yeah.
But yeah.
Anyways, let's talk about non-negative things. In Korea, did you happen to go to that other arcade you were telling us about? It was like the counter to Cafe ID. I forget what it's called now.
Yeah, there's a bunch of stuff happening out there. One of the guys that used to work at Cafe ID, was like the manager, and his name's BC, and he's my buddy. He's like a really good friend of mine out there. He started another fighting game, a cafe called Kong, and I think I talked about it last show.
Yeah.
It stands for Culture of New Generation, and it's basically it's like just another fighting game, cafe, club, whatever, and it's open 24 hours. They get most of their business on the weekends. They're trying to go a different route, and Cafe Id actually went a different route too from like a couple years ago. Cafe Id went more the route of trying to support pro gamers. So they want people to come that are serious. I mean, of course, you could come play casuals or whatever and just kick it there, but their whole thing is like really going to support people who want to take the game seriously, like the new talent, and support people who want to become pro, get sponsorships, and they want to be like kind of established if and when fighting games go really mainstream in esports. They want to be an already established organization there that's like well known. Kong, on the other hand, is going to like a different route. They're trying to do like more, get people interested in fighting games more. They're trying to like they're trying to do clinics, videos. They had like infiltration there, just like helping people out, teaching them how to play. They're basically trying to start more like a roots thing, like getting more people interested in fighting games, not so much just like getting just the best players there all the time.
Yeah.
So that's more their direction. It's a really clean, nice place. It's in also a good area. If you guys know like the Gangnam Style song, that's where it is. It's like
shit, it's in Gangnam.
It's really close to Gangnam. It's like a 20-minute walk.
Oh
And,
god.
Yeah, it's like a little bit in the cuts, but
I don't know
This
why it's
place-
so funny. I know it's like a district in Korea. It's very like fancy, I guess.
yeah.
The song has just created it to be such a silly place.
Actually, if you go there, you'll like understand. You'll get it. Like it's just so crazy.
I'll,
Like,
I'll
people-
understand Gangnam Style if
You'll
I,
understand it for sure. Just if you
Shit.
go there for like 5 minutes on a Friday night, you'll be like, oh, I get it.
There's just hella butts and like there's the Korean models just dancing in the subways.
Pretty much. No, it's not like
What?
that. But everybody's just like hella done up, and like there's just
Oh.
people everywhere, just food everywhere, just like everything's super fancy and crazy. But this place, Kong, is like a little away from all that. It's not as noisy in that area, and it's really dope. And then there's a third place that's opening up in I think a month or two. It's another guy that was kind of associated with both of these places, and he's basically trying to start a barcade kind of thing.
Ooh.
And it's in where Cafe 8 used to be, is a university district called Hongdae, really poppin' area. And he's basically starting an art. It's a barcade slash dart competition place because darts are really big in Korea right now.
Oh.
Like the fancy dart machines where you're like competing, like it's serious over there. Like it's a new thing. So I think it's having two websites built right now. One's going to be called Dart Stream, and the other one's going to be called Arcade Stream. I don't know a whole lot about it, but I keep getting pictures sent to me about like showing the construction. They're like making the place right now. So
Are they gonna stream darts?
I believe, I don't know actually. I don't know all the details. I told him to send me some, and he just sent me pictures of construction and stuff. And yeah, they're gonna stream. They're gonna have fighting games, and it's gonna be more like the barcade kind of atmosphere. So that's something to look out for. Yep.
Yeah.
When I finally get my
Competitive
ass out there,
darts.
I'll have a bunch to do. It sounds like
Yeah. It's a lot of fun, man.
barcade. That sounds right up Honzo Gonzo's alley.
Fuck yeah, play some darts, throw it at someone, hit them. That's what I'm all about. That sounds cool. Korea's popping, it seems like. It's not as dead as Japan, I guess. That'd be a fair assumption.
It's like, I mean, like it's got all this stuff. It's what it sounds like is that it's really popping, but really it's like a lot of stuff that's just waiting. It's like it's there in case the scene got popping. You know what I mean?
Oh.
Like if you go
So
to,
it's-
I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Go ahead.
If you go to like Cafe Id, like normally there's just like a few people there. Like on the weekends there'll be like a few guys playing. Like it's not like there's hella people at these spots. You know, sometimes I think the most people I saw at Kong was when Blaze Blue came out because I was there, and Blaze Blue for PS3 came out, the Japanese version or whatever.
Okay.
They got that, and there was like 30 people there because there's all these like old school Blaze Blue cats that came out. So it was popping for that. But usually, you know, it's like kind of dead during the weekdays. You get a couple people coming in here and there. Weekends is kind of live. But yeah, if like fighting games get bigger and bigger, these places are already going to be there. So you can just go.
Yeah, they're going to be established. They're going to be like, hey, where do I go to play this? And people are like, well, you go there.
Exactly, right? And they don't want to be the folks that are jumping on the bandwagon. You know, like, oh, fighting games want esports. Let's make a place now. You know, they want to already be there.
Yeah, that's smart. Maybe not for fighting games, but smart business-wise.
Yeah,
know?
we'll see.
But yeah, again, I think we went off topic from the tournaments. I won a tournament, guys. Why are we not talking about this? Does no one care? Yeah, thank you.
I almost won a tournament.
I won a tournament. That's all that matters. We're not gonna say who I played. Just say
I'm
I
not gonna
played.
say how many people entered.
Say I played NorCal's best. So let's just leave it at that. There was a really good player. There's a player Snowcone I never met before, and he's really good.
He looked really familiar. I feel like he's been around before.
I
But
probably met him like 30 times, and I'm just insulting him right now. But I forget people. But he's really good. He plays Nova, Doom, Virgil. Very cheap team LPN, and he did really well. He beat Tommy. That's no easy feat.
Tommy's super good, even with the dumbest teams ever. I don't know
Yeah.
how he does it.
Dude, I beat his Frank Modoc team pretty badly.
Yeah,
I
that
don't
must
wanna-
feel
I don't wanna
good
talk
for
shit.
you. That must
I don't
feel
wanna
good for
talk
you
shit.
because
That was my demon team for a while, because Frank West Modoc is like the cheapest shit in the world.
if you guys are
for me.
wondering about that stuff, just go to youtube.com/IPLAYWINNER and type in Taco Cup, first to 15, Honzo Gonzo and win 0, and you'll know what we're talking about.
I finally mastered that team, so that feels good. But yeah, I know you guys competed. How well did you guys do in these weekends tournaments?
I felt like I could have done better at Button Smasher. I think I did. I think I was playing really good at Wyme Dojo, and I think I know at least one of my weaknesses now is just long sets. I feel like I need to play more long sets, and I feel like I just can't keep up my momentum just that long. I just need to play longer sets.
Longer
What,
sets?
what do you think about that, Hooman?
I
Because I mean,
think
you beat me.
I think normally it doesn't matter because, I mean, no, it does matter. Like, if you're in a finals of a major, it can matter. But
Yeah.
normally, if you're like at Evo or something like that, it's not really the case. Like, you could just play good for 2 or 3 games and it's gonna get you by. You know, like. But at locals, yeah, it matters because you're gonna run into
Same people.
You're gonna
same
run into your
people.
demon every single tournament, basically.
Right, and you can get like reset and all this stuff can happen. So
I think if
yeah,
you're looking, I mean, hey, if you're looking to win a tournament, that's definitely a skill you're gonna need to have.
yeah, you gotta have it all. You can't like slack on any department these days because everybody's trying so hard. You know, there's no like loophole to winning right now.
No,
So.
absolutely not.
Yeah, I really hate long sets because I like to just cheap out my wins. So I was literally the only person who didn't want Marvel to go to 3 out of 5.
So you can just
Yeah.
cheap out your wins,
Yeah, because I have to win another match. It's fucking hard.
and
I
then you
just wanna
complain
win
about
too.
2 out of 3 at Evo. But anyway,
Yeah, because it's fucking dumb. There. But yeah, I know there's a bunch of results. I don't know if you guys want to name them off or not, because
you can go to IPLAYWINNER.com. All the
Go
results
to-
for
yeah,
all the
there you go.
tournaments are all
Just
there,
go-
so you guys can check them out.
we're not gonna tell you. Go fucking look it up.
And all the videos are in Twitch. And a couple of the grand finals are up on YouTube already, except for, I believe all of them except Why Me Dojo ones are up, because I haven't had a chance to edit those yet.
I know this is random, but we played Mario Party with WinZero, and WinZero fucking cheats at that game. I just want everyone to know.
Does he? He cheats.
He got like fucking 8 stars, and we all had like 1. I didn't even have any. I had no stars.
I think
He beat us 8-1.
Chris had 0 stars and 0 coins.
Yeah, it was a massacre. I got last. So, I'm
But
just
if
putting
you
it out
guys
there.
are in San Francisco, make sure you guys like
Yeah, I
Bay
really
Area
like that
Fight.
venue.
I think it's Bay Area Fight Night on
Yeah.
Facebook. Make sure you guys like that page, and they host. I don't know if it's the same name every time, if it's a random name, but it was called Button Master Night, and it was pretty
No, it's
awesome.
button smashing.
Button
Right?
smashing. God damn it! I messed it up
And
every single time.
he does call it that every time.
Okay.
But he also does a thing in Oakland, at the video game museum.
Okay.
On Fridays called The Maid, I believe.
I've
yeah.
never been there. I want
Yeah, I've never been there either, but he does that too. And he just decided to do this to other location because it's a little more central, a little bit better for people to get to.
Yeah, it's a great location. in my opinion.
Yeah, great location. Parking kind of sucks, but I mean, it's worth it. It's the Mission in San Francisco, so everybody's out there trying to eat and club or whatever. So it's a really good area to have a place like this.
Reminds me of Southtown.
Yep,
It's the middle of hella clubs, and when you leave the tournament, just a bunch of drunk people everywhere. Southtown, Pennsylvania.
The best part is when we're outside putting all the equipment in the car, and these chicks are running by, and you're just telling them to keep running, and then one of them stops and looks at you, and then just keeps on running.
I believe she said something before she kept running.
She's like, "What?"
She's like, oh, like what? I don't. And then just
She
kept
said,
running.
yeah, she
I
said,
don't-
she said "F that" and kept
Oh,
running.
That kept on running.
Yeah, they kept on running.
That's the common effect I have on women. They say obscenities and then run away. Oh man. Yeah. So I think we have like a fuck ton of questions. So do you want to go to those,
Sure.
or do we have anything else to talk about? We have SCRs coming up. Everyone watch it.
Who do you think is gonna win SCR? We have to
Yeah.
ask that question. Who do you think is gonna win SCR, Hoodaman? Besides
I
you,
don't know. Besides me,
who are you gonna play in grand finals? How about
Wait.
that question?
dude, it's too hard to tell these days, man. Like, I'm gonna be rooting for WoW, you know, because I've met him and stuff, and he's super cool. But I just think like the side by side, the being in America and all that, I think I want to see how they handle that, like him and Michael Tan. I'm really curious to see how they do. But yeah, you know, obviously the internationals are going to be heavy favorites. You know, Infiltration, Gamer B, Michael Tan, and WoW.
Infiltration
Yeah.
won last year, so
He did. You know, I mean, of course, a lot of people are really hungry, man. A lot of like U.S. cats are really hungry. They've been doing their homework.
yeah, that's what I've been noticing too. A lot of people just have setups now. They're really everybody does. There's nobody. I feel like 6 months ago, nobody really had that, but now everybody does. Everybody's kind of getting with the program, so to speak, with the cheapness, just
Yeah.
in time for it all to be taken away.
Right. Folks are getting really creative, and they're really trying to figure out how to win in a tournament setting. Like we were talking about, it's 2 matches, right? So like if you play, these international cats in pools, like I might have to, like with Gamerby, whatever. Like you need to think what's gonna win now.
Yeah.
If you overthink it, like Why Me Dojo finals, that's like too much thinking.
Yeah.
For 2 out of 3 set, that's just gonna work against you. You have to think about what's effective, and just adapt really fast. So yeah, anything can happen, I think.
Yeah, I feel like it's like the polar opposite of last year, where at Capcom 25th anniversary finals, America was just fucking got destroyed, and everyone was really depressed, and everyone's like, "What am I doing with my life?" And then like to now, where I think actually Americans might be able to maybe even win, and maybe even like take Infiltration out. So it's quite a turnaround for the Street Fighter scene, and it's really good to see, in my opinion.
Hmm.
Always like seeing America win.
Yeah, it's evolved so much. Like Americans got the whole 2 out of 3 side by side thing going in our favor. They're not used to that overseas. So yeah, it can make for some interesting results. We'll see.
I'll be interested to see how good WoW does.
Me
Because
too, man.
I mean, like, I still don't think Oni is an amazing character, in my opinion. He definitely has weaknesses, but I don't know. I need to watch videos. I have no idea how he plays. So, I mean, does he play risky?
He's like really complete, man. Like he really just he's got everything down. Like I don't know what to say. Like he's got the spacing down. Like he really plays Oni the right way. Like he's a spacing kind of zoning character in a lot of ways. And then he just has like explosive mix-ups with his forward dash. He can. One thing WoW does is he does a forward dash into crouch jab as a way to get in. Because I don't know if you guys know, like Oni's crouch jab moves his hurt box back a little bit, kind of like Balrog.
Yeah.
So if he just does this fast dash into crouch jabs, like it
And he's
really
got
comes
a
out of
3-frame
nowhere.
jab too.
He's got a 3-frame jab with like really like no hurt box. So that's how he gets in a lot of times. And when you're eating fireballs to the face, you're like eating that furious punch, fireballs, air dashes. You see all this like anime crap like all over the place, right? And then all of a sudden he dashes and starts jabbing you into his slash pressure, and it's just really like it can mess you up in the mind, And he does so much damage that he confirms one of those jabs into a full combo with all that meter. So he has also like when he's down on life and he really needs to like make a comeback, he's got the gimmicks.
Yeah.
He really does. He's got the gimmicks, man. So, and with Oni, it's just like Honda. Like if you land a gimmick with them, you're eating like half your life.
Yeah.
So yeah, people haven't seen his gimmicks. I think. I don't think there's a lot of footage of him. Maybe some on the Topanga League, but I saw some stuff. So it'd be cool to see him when he's like backed up against a wall when he has to like pull something out. It's gonna be dope.
And man, not many people have Oni practice. That's for sure.
No. Maybe
Yeah,
East
I mean,
Coast.
yeah. Like a lot of people been jumping on the boat though.
Yeah,
So actually
but
that
I feel like they're all
helps.
fraudulent though. Like at this point in time, maybe in
Yeah.
a couple months, but right now I feel like nobody has their Oni game to a point that's gonna help you a whole lot against a character or a player like
Kind
WoW.
of reminds me of Evil Ryu and Sako. Like no one really had practice against Evil Ryu besides Sako, and he kind of just blew everyone up because of it.
Cool.
And he's a great player.
If you guys have questions for the show, you can send them at HarrisonSBA and at Honzo Gonzo.
I think
What?
you can ask me who is going to win Marvel.
Who do you think is gonna win a Marvel?
It's going to either be Justin Wong, F Champ, or
You can't pick multiple people. You have to pick one.
Alright, I'm going to pick Clockwork.
Okay.
I think
I think that's a good pick. He's been playing really well.
I think he's going to win. Everyone's going to be really confused and mad, and it's going to be great. I think he's going to win.
Let's see. Sorry, I'm trying to find a question.
Oh, I have a question. So Drew Mage asks, Hoodaman, what differences do you see in competitive culture overseas?
Oh, I'm sorry. Sorry, say it again.
What differences do you see in the competitive cultures overseas?
Competitive cultures overseas.
Yeah.
Like the differences in them?
Uh, that's okay. Well, I mean, usually I go to Korea and I'll visit Japan. I don't know much about the competitive scene in Japan because I don't go out there for very long, and it's just like arcades, and then I just see a tournament once in a while. But with Korea, like, not a lot of people play Street Fighter straight up. Like, I know at Capcom Cup it looked like Kraken, but like almost all those Koreans, aside from Infiltration, like they hadn't even touched the game in like a few months, you know? So like when they have a tournament, which is rare, it's like a reunion for them. Like they all get like they're like, oh, I haven't seen you in like a year, or like it's a big deal for them to have a tournament. So sadly for Street Fighter, there really isn't any kind of competitive scene in Korea. Hopefully that will change. Right here, like it's ridiculous. Like we're having all these tournaments, like what, 6 in a weekend? Like, they won't even have 6 in like a couple of years out there. You know, I'm serious. Like they're kind of hurting right now, and a lot of folks want it to change, but they just don't have the numbers we do.
Well, hopefully those arcades opening will make some kind of dent in something.
Yeah, we'll see. Like we'll see how it is. So yeah, it's very different. And in Japan, yeah, I know they have barely any tournaments out there too, because the one tournament they had, I think it was in Tokyo. I forget what it was called, but they were like actually replaying it in the arcade that I was at. Like it was on a TV, and they were just showing the replay over and over again. Like you could like be playing and just look over and watch some highlights. So I think it's a big deal for them to have a tournament there too. So like the U.S. is definitely where it's at as far as tournaments go. Like it's a social thing for us. Like we just get together. That's how we play. Like we don't have the arcades. We have tournaments. So
Yeah, that is true. I didn't think about it like that.
Mhm.
Chris Hughes OK says or asks, what does Hoodaman think Honda's worst 3 matchups are?
I would say 4 because they're pretty much all like the same to me. It would be Dalsim, Seth, Oni, and what's the
Sagat?
other one? Sagat. Thank you. Those are the 4.
Yeah.
If you had to pick one worse, what do you think it would be? Maybe I shouldn't ask you that right before Major, but
yeah, I know, right? Yeah, thanks. Yeah, everybody just pick this character.
yeah.
No, they're even. They're all like 6.5 or 7.3 in my opinion, if you play it right. So, yeah, I can't really choose one.
Juro and Mage asks, how do you input 100 hands?
Okay, so I do the reverse piano style, which is light punch, heavy punch, medium punch, light punch, heavy punch. So is that kind of the natural way like your fingers roll?
Can you do it on the stream? Ooh.
You just gave everybody jazz hands.
But then I also do it if I do it from an air normal, I'll just basically just tap fierce punch like during the animation of the normal. So I'm in the air, I'll do a stop sign, I'll just like piano the fierce punch over and over again because I'm already pressing it. So those are the 2 ways I do it. From the air, just kind of just, I don't know how you say it, just mash basically, just like double tap like super fast. And then on the ground it's the reverse piano.
DK High FGC asks, Hoodaman, if you could change one thing about KI's combo system, what would it be?
Oh, that's a good question. Yeah, I really like KI, by the way. I've been playing that a lot. The only thing I see with the system with KI is, so there's a whole like bluffing, like counter breaker, combo breaker thing going on, and it's really good. But there's a time where a guy will actually try to combo break you, and you read it, and you'll actually counter breaker, but they screwed up and they like pressed it too early, or they pressed the wrong button, something, and then they'll get locked out. But then your counter breaker came out, you bluffed it right, but they screwed up, but then they get to punish you for it. You know what I mean? I don't know. It's really hard to explain.
Yes.
Okay. So like, yeah, it's like you go like counter breaker, your guy opens up like, yeah, it hit me, and the dude just has an exclamation point on his head because he already screwed up too early. and then you both looking like idiots, like at each other, like we're both stupid, and then he gets to punish you because he recovers faster, and it just looks hella stupid. So I don't know if they did something to where the bluffs like matched up a little bit more right. Like if you just make the right read, you just get it, you know?
Cool.
Yeah.
I
wish
have a
I knew more
question.
about KI.
At Dugong and ask, Hoodaman, what's your favorite meat for Korean barbecue?
I don't eat pork, so it's basically gonna have to be beef.
Yeah.
The beef, just the basic. I like the thin beef. It's nothing special.
Do you like,
and then
do you like kimchi?
I love kimchi.
Okay.
I love kimchi, but they do have these bomb like Chinese barbecue spots in Korea that they skewer lamb and they like rotisserie, like little skewers, like pieces of lamb. That's really good. That's one of my favorites too.
Yeah, I like lambs, but I can't really eat them now because I have goats, and they get angry at me. So they know. Kenny knows when I eat lamb.
That North Bay life.
Scotty asks, how many games are you each entering at SCR, and is anyone entering Injustice? I believe me and Honzo aren't going.
Yeah, I can't make it.
Hoodaman, what games are you entering at SCR?
Street Fighter 4 AE and Killer Instinct.
Not Marvel? What the?
Hey man, I got it right here.
That's your Marvel game. Just for the ladies.
Is there any? I guess I'll ask this question too. Is there any game outside of the ones you entered that you're looking forward to? Because there's 20 games at SCR.
Oh my gosh.
That's a good question.
Damn. Shoot. I mean, I'm a fan of King of Fighters, so I always like watching it.
There's a lot of people for King of Fighters. I know that. It's like
Good,
the
yeah.
5th most entered game or something, or like 4th something. It's crazy.
Yeah, I'm always hyped for that game, so yeah, I'll be watching some KOF hopefully.
I'm hyped to see Reynolds destroy everyone.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Should be fun to watch. I'm also interested in BlazBlue. I've said that before. I just want to see good players play it. And I know SoCal has good players that don't go out to weeklies as often as they should. So when a major comes up, there'll be some good players there. A bunch of weird questions.
Some funny questions.
Yeah. Do you have one? Do you want to answer?
This was funny. I just saw Super Yan asked, "How do you feel about 6.5 hours of Beyonce on the way to SoCal?" And I'm riding with Super Yan to Wednesday night fights tomorrow. We're gonna leave around like 1 p.m. and she's basically telling me that she's gonna blast Beyonce the whole time. So
yeah, that's gonna be a fact. You're gonna listen to a lot of Beyonce over and over again.
I'm not sure how I feel about that actually.
Do you think it's gonna get you in the mood to play Street Fighter?
It's gonna make me want to kill somebody. Yeah.
That's the correct mood. You need to be in that killer mood, you know.
Just playing.
Oh jeez.
We have another less serious question. The Hound asks, you should ask every guest what their favorite Mountain Dew flavor is. Also, which one is yours? Honzo, this is the most relevant to you. So
I want to hear your guys' first.
Okay. I think all Mountain Dew tastes like shit. And my co-host is probably just gonna disown me because I said that. But yep, that's my opinion on Mountain Dew. I don't think it's a good drink at all. Hoodaman, you don't really drink a whole lot of soda. But do you have a favorite Mountain Dew?
I didn't even know there was different kinds of Mountain Dew. I didn't. There's more than one flavor?
There's like 50. Dude.
Oh man, you just crushed Honzo Gonzo's heart.
I like Mountain Dew. I've always been a Mountain Dew fan. I like soda. I try not to drink it so much these days because of like health reasons, you know. But yeah, Mountain Dew's got it's got more caffeine than the other sodas too. So
that's the reason I drink it.
Yeah, it's good. It's good stuff.
Okay, there is a tier list of Mountain Dew, and I have one. Okay, number 1 is original Mountain Dew. That's S tier, and then right below it's Livewire, and you can have your own opinions. The worst Mountain Dew is Code Red.
Code Red?
Yes.
I'm pretty sure I've tasted that one, and probably it does.
Everyone likes Code Red besides me, and I'm the expert on it, so I think I'm correct. That's it.
That's it.
Pitch Black is secret S tier too. People don't know. No one knows what I'm talking about right now. That's right.
Scotty also asks, is Infrit going to choke and get bodied by F-Champ once again?
I wouldn't say choked. I think that's expected at this point. Not to talk shit to Infrit, but I mean, F-Champ is, you know, a crazy good player, and Infrit hasn't been playing that well lately. But I would like to see Infrit win. That'd be pretty cool. A redemption.
I think it'd be well deserved.
Yeah.
Or well wanted at this point.
He's been grinding it out. He goes to every single thing at the run back. You guys are at Super Arcade. You guys don't realize that Infrit is like one of the players that goes to every single thing. Like he supports Super Arcade really hard. Like he goes to every casual session, every tournament they hold, pretty much every tournament. So I give a lot of respect to Infrit for supporting his scene as much as he does. And he has work in the morning, so you know it's hard. It's hard to do.
I believe that's it for questions.
Yes.
Do you have anything you would like to ask Hoodaman? Honzo Gonzo. I don't think you've asked
well,
him a question yet, really.
I asked him a lot of questions. You want me to ask him some random questions?
Yeah, ask him a random question.
Where do you get your haircut?
I just actually shaved my head myself.
Oh, you do it yourself? That's quite entrepreneurial.
You know, a lot of practice. I just did it just like 3 hours ago, actually.
Just for the show?
Just for the show? Oh, man. That's cool.
Pretty much. I mean, I had a beard for like a few months.
Oh, yeah,
now.
that's right. You had a beard yesterday.
Yeah, basically, you know, going on a road trip, just trying to like, you know, change things up and keep it fresh. You know?
Trying to impress those sponsors.
Oh,
yeah.
There's sponsors, man. I didn't know. I haven't seen any sponsors.
Where'd you get that hat?
This one, I got it at Ross.
That's so fucking baller.
I just straight up saw it at Ross. I was like, I like the color. It's just a DC hat, but I like the color. So.
Those are my questions.
All right. Well, we can edit on this question. This is a good question. But I already kind of know the answer. I'll ask this to Hoodaman first. So, what old SNK game would you have played on the EVO finals?
I don't.
Wait, what?
Read the question again?
That was the question, word for word. I'm pretty sure it's like, what old SNK game would you like to have at EVO?
Just like usually you mean like just bring it back and put it on.
I'm pretty sure
on
that's
like
what he's
the
asking.
finals day. SNK game? Does CVS2 count?
I would imagine, right?
That's
Yeah,
not
I mean,
an SNK game.
It's not.
It's not an because
That's
it's
a
a Capcom game, so it would have to be the SNK version of that, which was like the other.
That's SVC, which is a terrible game.
Right,
If you
right,
like
right.
it, then
No, I wouldn't choose that.
Firebrand's in there. Zero's in there too.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Old school SNK game. I don't know, Samurai Showdown maybe. I don't know.
Everybody's been
article
blowing
on
it up
Samurai
lately with that.
Samurai Showdown had a huge article, didn't it? On Sure You Can Tell You.
I think so, yeah.
Yeah, I was reading it a little bit. But yeah, anyways.
Do you have
Hanzo's
anything?
story?
Yeah, sure. Ends up with a Hanzo story.
Okay. At Applebee's today, I went up and said I had a party of 3. And they're like, what's your name? And I said it was Hitler. And she's like, is your name really Hitler? And I was like, no, it's not. It's Carter. And they're like, okay.
Dude, like when we were in Sacramento like a few weeks ago, you told like 3 amazing stories at the table. And I was just like, why don't you do these for the Hanzo story? But I guess like that's just not what the Hanzo story is.
That one, the one with the prom in my hotel, was that the one?
You told like 3 of them, and I was like, dude, those are amazing. Like,
Oh, I can't tell one of them, but I know which one you're talking about. When I fell on my butt in front of a bunch of people. I guess I just told the story. I fell on my ass in front of a bunch of like schoolgirls, I guess, schoolgirls, and they all laughed at me.
All right, well, I guess that's the end of the show. If you guys have any, or if you guys want to follow me, you can follow me at HarrisonSBA. You can follow Honzo Gonzo at Honzo Gonzo. Make sure to follow our very special guest, Hoodaman, at Hoodaman101. He's going to be at SCR. Go and say hi to him if you guys are showing up. Make sure you guys go to IPLAYWINNER.com. You can go to the podcast section. You can watch or listen to every single previous show in YouTube or MP3 format. Our next thing, I don't know when the next thing's happening. I would imagine probably going to do a daily blow up tomorrow. So stay tuned to that. And
I'm supposed to be doing them too or something.
You are?
I don't know.
Oh, okay. Well, I think that's the end of the show. Thank you very much, Hoodaman, for being on the show for the third time. Really appreciate it. And peace. See you guys later.
Peace.